Last weekend I redesigned my blog a little bit, so I had little things like little icons and little mouse servers and various little things to the blog. And one of the things that I did was a sparkline at the bottom. Now a sparkline is a very small graph, and the term was invented by Edward Tufte, a very famous guy in the world of infographics. Anyway, the idea is that it represents a lot of data in a very small amount of space. And a sparkline in this instance, this one here, well, this represents the number of people who have visited my blog over the space of about a month. So some people have asked how I did that, and I want to show you very quickly how to do it. I tried all different ways of doing it, and in the end it was very, very simple to be able to do it. First of all, though, you're going to need some data, and the data you're going to get is through the people visiting your blog. And the easiest way to do that is to use Google Analytics. So the first thing you need to do is you need to sign up for Google Analytics, and to do that, if you've got a Google account, then just go to google.com/analytics and access it. If you haven't, then just get a Google account. It's free, it's very easy to do. So when you sign into Google Analytics, it'll take you through how to go through and set up your blog so it can get data into Google Analytics. And then when you've started getting some data, you'll see a report something like this. The way that you get your data from WordPress is to use a plugin such as Google Analytics for WordPress. I use this one by Just2Vogue because it's very, very good, very easy to use. So when you've got that and everything's hunky-dory and you've got all the data coming in, then you need to do something with it. And this is how to do that. In Google Analytics, you'll see lots of lovely graphs and sparklines and everything. And you need to decide which one it is that you want to show. So I want to show this one here, this 8649 visits in a month. So what I do is I right click and go to Open Image in New tab. Now what it's doing here, it's not actually opening a link. It hasn't got .gif on the end or .jpeg or .png. It's a location where this graph is going to be dynamically generated. So it's going to change all the time. Unfortunately, the only person who can see this particular graph at the moment is me, and that's because I have to be signed in to see it. The good thing, though, is that Google Analytics has an API, an Applications Programming Interface, which means that I can make it so that other people can see it. So all I need to do is, following this blog post here, is replace the start of the URL with chart.apis.google.com. That's chart.apis.google.com. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy that. Oops, need to zoom out a bit. Copy that. And I'm going to go back to my little sparkline here, and I'm going to get rid of the first bit of this URL, and instead I'm just going to paste in chart.apis.google.com. Now when I press enter, I should see exactly the same thing. Yep, that's right, and that means that everyone can see it if I put it on my blog. Excellent. I now need to get the sparkline onto my blog. So the easiest way to do this is to go into the footer of my blog, edit it so that it points towards this location for the image. So I'm going to copy this URL here, copy that, and go into the back end of my blog, and I'm going to go to the editor, and this is going to involve delving into a bit of HTML. It's not very difficult though. I'll show you what to do. If you click on footer, you don't have to have it in the footer, you can have it anywhere. You're going to need to tell it where the image is that you want to put onto your blog. So you can see that on my blog at the bottom I've got a WordPress icon, I've got the sparkline, and I've got uncopyrighted. So this is the bit where it's the WordPress icon, this is the bit where it's my sparkline, and this is the bit where it says uncopyrighted. So for those of you who haven't used HTML very much before, IMG stands for image. You're telling it, I want an image here. Alt equals, that's the bit where if you put your mouse over it, it'll tell you what it is. And SRC stands for source. So here the source is going to be the bit that we've just copied. So all you do is you put it in between two little quotation marks there, and you just paste it in there like that. And if you do that and then press update at the bottom, just like that, you will end up with a sparkline on your blog which should auto update as data comes in through Google Analytics. And that's it.